Well, job cuts are having a major impact across the government. WGN's very own Tom Skilling is back tonight with our cover story. Tom,
Nice to see you guys.
Well, very passionate about this.
Oh, yes, indeed. We've been working on this for a little while. Jackie and Ray, as you know, the National Weather Service operates with 4,400 employees nationwide. They provide the weather information used by 330 million Americans. Hardly a bloated staff. They are responsible for the planning, operation, and maintenance of our country's weather, satellite, and Doppler radar systems. They also issue the warnings we hear for tornadoes and other severe weather events. It's an immense task to provide the often life-saving information 365 days a year, 24 hours a day, and 7 days a week, particularly now that we're in tornado season. But there are worrisome cuts underway, and this on this critical workforce.
Sunday service at Crossroads Global Methodist starts in song. But on November 17th, 2013, it began with tornado sirens.
You know, everybody's phones were going off before that.
Yeah.
And so then we immediately started moving people to our storm shelters.
That's because you've had tornado experiences here before.
I would say yes, yeah.
But nothing like 2017.
Nothing like 2013, right?
Holy moly. All right. But it was the early warning by the National Weather Service, issued 16 minutes ahead of the tornado's arrival, that saved lives as 190-mile-per-hour winds ripped through the community of 16,000.
If you are in the path of this cell, now is the time to take shelter.
First warning came out, and we were on the air live.
And take cover. I am hearing things right now, Chuck.
Yes.
I think we may need to take shelter right
Yes.
now ourselves.
We do. The Weather Service in Lincoln was on it. The first sign of rotation detected by Doppler, they put out the warnings because they knew it was such a volatile situation.
All right, I gotta go. I'm coming, honey. Washington resident Mark Wells recorded what sounded like a chainsaw slicing through his home as he and his daughter took cover.
Oh my God! The Weather Service that morning was top notch, and I just don't see how anybody or any other organization could put out warnings like that to save lives.
No other service around the world has that kind of domain. Severe weather, hurricanes, winter storms, flooding, tsunamis. It's incredible.
Dr. Louis Uccellini served as director of the U.S. National Weather Service from 2013 to 2022.
The only agency that has the word prediction, forecast, and warnings in their mission statement is the National Weather Service. And we're doing it for the protection of life and property and for the enhancement of the national economy.
Citing economics.
They're doing it at my insistence. It would be a lot easier not to do it, but we have to take some of these things apart.
Shortly after taking office, the Trump administration announced sweeping cuts across multiple federal agencies.
There are several hundred people within the Weather Service that were terminated from offices that were already staffed at fairly low levels, and you have people that are working the weather models, the implementation of new models, the sustainment of existing models have been let go.
The agency responsible for forecasts, warnings, and water and climate data is authorized by Congress to employ 4,800 people, but for the last several years has operated with a workforce of about 4,400.
The National Weather Service's budget is less than $1.5 billion. Now, I know that sounds like a lot of money, but the return on investment of the National Weather Service is about $190 billion.
In late February, more than 500 probationary staff members were terminated across NOAA. That includes 100 National Weather Service employees. Since that time, probationers were reinstated and placed on paid administrative leave pending ongoing litigation. About 160 additional NWS employees accepted a deferred resignation package.
I view it as an uninformed, cruel step.
Every piece of weather information collected in this country and disseminated has its origins with the National Weather Service.
This fabric of collaboration within the Weather Service, within the enterprise, serving public officials that are making life-saving decisions. If you keep on making these cuts, you are damaging that thread. And at some point it breaks. And it could break at a very difficult time for a community.
Josie!
So, Mayor, this is the neighborhood that was destroyed by that tornado.
Absolutely.
Amazing. How long did it take these folks to rebuild?
You know, people got busy right away, and some people rebuilt in 8 months to a year, but the whole probably took close to 3 years to completely total rebuild.
596 homes destroyed, 2,000 residents displaced. 3 people lost their lives during the Washington tornado. 6-term Republican Mayor Gary Minear says it could have been much worse without the relationship between the Weather Service's local office and communities in harm's way.
Those people doing a remarkable job, and we can't live without them.
The close working relationship is so important.
Paul Daly is the former head of Chicago's local National Weather Service office. His critical research led to a new warning criteria after the deadly heat wave of July 1995.
From that day, we have saved many, many more lives. And they have a hotline to our office, and we can, either one of us, pick up that phone at any time and talk to each other.
How somebody survived that? They were in the basement because you know why? They got warnings.
Now it's the warnings from Washington, D.C. that spark concern, not just among those in the federal workforce.
We have a beautiful synoptic system to talk about that passed through yesterday.
But among students hoping to join the National Weather Service.
Many of them have dreams. They want to become a National Weather Service forecaster. They want to dedicate their lives to public service. And now they're seeing all around them jobs getting pulled or rescinded back.
I only have 1 more year left in my master's, so it could be, you know, a little nerve-wracking.
We have more people and possessions in the path of tornadoes than ever before. And so, yeah, very frustrating.
They lose what they say are the people who don't have enough time in service yet. If you lose them, you're losing your youth. You're using your future. How do you replace the future?
You'll hear 2 major reasons justifying these cuts at the Weather Service. It will be claimed that the Weather Service is bloated. In fact, as we reported, it is understaffed. And second, that privatizing what the Weather Service does might save money. But here's the problem with that argument. Taxpayers will continue to foot the bill for collecting the data. The privatization process means that there'll be an added expense buying the data back from private companies. The fact is there's no other private entity equipped to do all that the National Weather Service does to forecast and warn for severe weather in our area. It's one of those uniquely challenging tasks for which the government has the size and scope and is uniquely suited to fulfill the task. They're a hard-working group. We're not launching weather balloons now. You know, you might say, weather balloons in this day and age of high tech, why are they important? The weather balloon, we launched about 90 of them in this country, senses the atmosphere with a detail that no other tool does. It's a critical part of our data collection. And it goes into our computer models, and the fear is that not having these data will lead to a decrease in the accuracy of the computer models that we work with that help us in warning it for everything from hurricanes. And we start hurricane season in June. So that's just around the corner. We're already in tornado season. We've got a big tornado severe weather outbreak coming tomorrow again. Second one in a week.
So fear and frustrations there. Do you think that there's any possibility of changing any minds given that lives are on the line?
That's the hope. You know, a lot of people don't realize this is going on. And one thing about the Weather Service, everybody is familiar with the products. Historically, the Weather Service has always come in, when surveyed, as one of the most respected national federal entities. People like the Weather Service. They know what they're getting from it. They understand the importance of tornado warnings. When the lightning is flashing at 11 o'clock at night and you can't see clearly what's going on, and you've got somebody at the Weather Service watching Doppler radar and able to see the tornado that's touching down, that's a valuable, I think people understand what a service that is and how critical it is in saving lives.
One would hope the powers that be are listening to
Yeah.
this report. You know?
Talk to your legislators, talk to the White House. I mean, presumably, folks will listen to what their constituents have to say.
Well, we knew you were the guy to be on this tonight, Tom.
Thank you, guys.
Always
It's
good
nice
to see you.
again.
Appreciate you coming in,
Thank
Tom.
you, guys.
Take care.
very
We'll see you
much.
next time.
You bet, Ray.